Pan Rom, Khmer, also commonly known as Pan Rom in some Romanized sources intended for English-speaking audiences, was a Cambodian singer and songwriter who was at the height of her popularity in the 1960s and early 1970s. Known particularly for her Western rock and soul influences, animated dancing, and risque lyrics, Pan Rom has been described by the New York Times as a worldly, wisecracking foil to the more restrained Cambodian pop singers of her era. She disappeared during the Khmer Rouge genocide, and her exact fate is unknown. Very little is known of Pan Rom's personal history. It has been established that she was from Battambang and attended the same school as the younger Ros Serey Sothea, another popular singer of the same era. Pan Rom had a sister named Pan Rom, sometimes romanized as Pan Rom, who was also a singer in the later years of the Cambodian psychedelic rock scene. In the 1960s, Cambodian head of state Norodom Sihanouk, a musician himself, encouraged the development of popular music in Cambodia. Initially, pop records from France and Latin America were imported into the country and became popular, inspiring a flourishing pop music scene based in Phnom Penh and led by singers like Shin Sisamouth. Pan Rom was an early entrant in this music scene, with the hit song Pka Kabas in 1963, but she became a national star when she began recording with Shin Sisamouth in 1966. Starting in the late 1960s, Rom recorded many collaborations with Sisamouth and other notable Cambodian singers of the period, while continuing her solo career. The debut of the popular Ros Serey Sothea in 1967 had little effect on Pan Rom's career and perhaps even broadened her popularity as the second leading lady of Cambodian popular music. Pan Rom was known for her unrestrained personality and Western-oriented hairstyles and fashions, rejecting traditional demands on Khmer women and representing new and modern gender roles. Her on-stage dancing and flirtatious lyrics were considered scandalous in Cambodia at the time. Translated titles of her songs indicate her risque focus on romance and sexuality. For example, I'm unsatisfied and I want to be your lover, and a rejection of traditional courtship, for example, It's Too Late Old Man. Near the end of her music career, Pan Rom was still an unmarried career woman in her early 30s, which was also unusual for Cambodia at the time. She addressed this topic in the song I'm 31, which was an answer to Ros Serey Sothea's hit song I'm 16. Pan Rom was known to be a very versatile singer, having a repertoire consisting of traditional Cambodian music, rock, twist, cha-cha-cha, ago-ago, mambo, matazon, jazz, and folk. When discussing her vocal abilities, one researcher has said Pan Rom hits notes that shatter glass. Decades later, Nick Hanover described the unique combination of Cambodian and Western influences in the track Rom Jong Vak Twist as the Cambodian spin on American dance crazes that sounds less like Chubby Checker than Lydia Lunch. Throughout her career, she is believed to have performed on hundreds of songs, many of which she wrote herself. Pan Rom disappeared during the Khmer Rouge genocide of the late 1970s, and her exact fate is unknown. Her younger sister Pan Rom said that she survived until the Vietnamese invasion of late 1978/early 1979, when the Khmer Rouge launched their final series of mass executions. Given the goal of the Khmer Rouge to remove foreign influences from Cambodian society, Pan Rom's individuality probably ensured her death. In a 2015 BBC documentary on the band Cambodian Space Project, who have covered many of Pan Rom's songs, it was alleged by an interview subject that she was tricked by the Khmer Rouge into performing one of her songs, after which she was led away and executed. Starting in the late 1990s, interest in Pan Rom's music was revived by the album Cambodian Rocks and similar CD compilations, while the documentary film Don't Think I've Forgotten described her as one of the most influential artists of her era.